Hi, Todd Martin here with The Walking Code. If you want to fix the pain that you get in your knees when you go upstairs, you absolutely have to understand this concept.
Take a second to click the like button to get this channel's content in front of the most eyes possible. If you've already been benefiting from the content on this channel, go ahead and click the join button, become a member, and show your support.
I touched on this concept in my top 10 tips for walking stairs video, which you can find linked above. But I thought this particular set of tips was so important for preventing or correcting knee pain when going upstairs that I wanted to do a focused video just on this. And this topic is how to keep the knee aligned in the side to side direction and in the forward back direction when we're going upstairs. In order to understand this, you have to understand how to use your lower abs, the lower part of the core, when you're moving. This concept is crucial to understand whether you're walking on stairs, hills, or flat ground. But in today's video, I'm going to focus on the stairs. When we walk upstairs, and I will place my foot on this step, first thing, we want to keep the feet facing straight forward at all times. The second thing is we need to have our knee lined up over the ankle and over the foot before we begin pushing the body up. If the knee is buckled inward, then we're going to be adding extra stress to the joint and connective tissue on the inside of the knee, the ankle, and the foot. This is one of the key problems that people have that leads to pain when they go upstairs. In order to keep the knee lined up, we have to be able to engage our lower abs correctly. Most people, when they talk about engaging the abs, they're talking about isometric contraction of your core, just tightening your core muscles. That's not how the core functions. The core is in dynamic movement at all times, coordinating our upper waist rotation, our lower waist rotation, and our hip actions. Moving correctly with proper function requires precise coordination between these three elements of the core. The lower ab rotation, not contraction, rotation is what's happening when we move correctly. We are either rotating the lower abs to the right or we're rotating the lower abs to the left. When I rotate my lower abs to the left, they tuck my pelvis on the left and they root my left leg to the ground. When I tuck my lower abs on the right, they rotate my pelvis to the right and root my right leg to the ground. You'll notice as I rotate my lower abs from left to the right, you'll see how they affect my right knee. My right knee is going to move inward as I rotate my lower abs to the left because I've disengaged them from the right. Now, this is fine because when I engage the lower abs on the left, I have all my weight on the left. It doesn't matter if my knee is buckled in here because I have no weight on the top step. But before I move up on to this next step, I need to engage the lower abs on the right, tucking my pelvis on the right, rooting my leg to this right step, and bringing my knee into proper alignment. So lower abs on the left, lower abs on the right, lower abs on the left, lower abs on the right. You'll notice the lower abs also are going to pull me back as I engage them on the left, and they're going to pull me forward when I engage them on the right. So you've got to actively, dynamically engage your lower abs as you place the foot on the stair. That's going to line your foot up in the correct direction underneath your knee and underneath your hip in order to move up the stairs correctly. Do not keep your lower abs engaged on the left because it's going to buckle your knee inward and you're not going to have any root or leverage to push yourself up and you're going to get pain. Now let's look at the knee alignment in the forward and back direction. We've already talked about aligning the knee up directly over the ankle in the side to side direction. Now we have to think about how the knee moves properly in the forward back direction. When we are climbing stairs, we do not want the knee to pass in front of the toes. We want the knee to be lined up with a perpendicular tibia directly over the ankle or slightly forward, but never past the toes. This is going to use not only the lower abs that we used to root the knee, root the leg, and keep the knee out aligned over the ankle, we also need to use now the upper abs in coordination with this. When we're going upstairs, placing the foot on the step with the root properly aligned, like I just described, is not enough initially for us to push up with this forward leg hip. We have to shift the weight onto the leg fully before we can now push up with our right leg. This is the portion of time when it's common to start leaning forward and have the knee go out past the toe, causing excessive pressure in the kneecap and causing wear and tear and pain. What we need to understand is that once we have the root down with the lower abs, we need to extend the rear leg hip to get the weight onto the step by turning our upper abdominal muscles forward on the side of the leg on the upper stair. You'll notice as I do that, my body weight is going to shift forward, but instead of the knee moving this way as if I was leaning forward, you're going to see the cooperative engagement of my abs and my hips moving is going to cause the weight to start to move up and forward. So as my body weight moves forward, my knee does not travel very far forward. That's the extension of my left hip, contraction of my lower abs on the right, and upper torso turning forward on the right. That's what generates this movement. You can see that the motion goes forward and up, not forward like this. Once the weight is fully over the knee, I can now push up with my front leg hip extending. Now you'll see the knee retract. Now I'm in the proper position to step forward. When I do it with this technique, there's no misalignment of the knee in the side to side direction or the forward back direction that would cause excessive wear and tear and pain. So, as a recap, place the knee using the lower abs to keep the knee lined up in the side to side direction, shift forward and up, pushing off your rear leg hip and turning forward on the upper torso side of your front leg. And now you can push up with the extension of your glutes on the right. Now we activate hip flexors on the right to step forward. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't already clicked the like button, go ahead and do that right now and join the channel as a subscriber if you have not already subscribed. I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a great day.